All right, guys, we're going to do a little review. I opened this up a couple weeks ago. It was my first Panini Prism of this year. So we got 20 cards. I'm like, this box was actually pretty expensive in Canada. So I thought, let's go through the hits and let's see if it's worth it, if it's worth getting. Because I'm like, should I buy another one? You know, I'm like, we didn't. Okay, yeah. Well, let's see who we got first before we say who we didn't get. So we got a nice little green of Carson Wentz. When he played for Indianapolis, he's in Washington now, commanding the Commanders. And yeah, I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth $32? No, probably not. We got a nice little Matty Ice, a little ice, eh? A little Matty Ice, red ice, very nice. We got an AJ Dillon. See, I'm like, these aren't even rookies. So I'm like, right now, Chris Herndon the fourth, not even a rookie. Okay, so did this live up to the hype? Did Prism live up to the hype? Right? Jerry Jeudy. I'm like, Jerry Jeudy saying yes, yes it did. But I'm not sure if it has. I'm like, if that was a numbered card, that might be a pretty good card to get. But no, we did not get any numbered cards. These were our rookies. We got a Terrace Marshall Jr. Now, okay, granted, I am big on both these rookies, but I'm like, both these rookies are like long shots. Actually, I think this guy probably has, actually, they're both Carolina, actually, thinking about it now. We got two Carolina rookies, which I never even thought of when I actually opened up the box. But, so I think this is like a silver prism, I think, is what it would be. Now, I'm big on Terrace Marshall Jr. I think he's going to be a stud receiver. Actually, you know, with Baker, you know, maybe they can, if they can form some chemistry, that'd be pretty good. I like this guy too, Notre Dame alum, Tommy Tremble, but I'm like, he's a very sneaky tight end, because right now they only have Ian Thomas, but I like Ian Thomas as well. Ian Thomas, I think, is in his third year now, possibly second. I forget which. You know, third year I think he's in. But I do like Tommy Tremble, but I'm like, will this be the next big card? I have no idea. But yeah, I'm like, it's the first time that I actually, you know, we got two Carolina Panthers rookie. Okay, so if it goes two, then maybe, just maybe, we can get two Jacksonville Jaguar rookies, and that would be awesome in our next box. But the thing is, should we buy another box? Should we buy, is it worth, right? Basically, in Canada, we're paying $34 for 20 cards. Is it worth it? You know, you're getting 4 hanger box exclusive red ice prisms. When 3 of them are vets, is it worth it? I have no idea. So what did I do? You betcha. I went out and I bought another box. Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen. I did have the conversation. I did put it up on, you know, so I'm gonna put it up right now. I'm like, with the rookies this year, I'm like, the quarterbacks not really being any top tier quarterbacks, will that hurt Prism in the long run? If, like Malik Willis, I'm like, he's probably a couple years away from starting, probably a year away from starting. Ritter is probably a year, 2 years away. The guy Pittsburgh guy, he's probably a couple years away. So, you know, will it be worth paying if in Canada, if it's still $35 next year, would it be worth it? I'm like, I guess it all depends on how the rookies actually do. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the hobby goes this year. Look for hanger box exclusive rookie variation silver prisms. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think this one is a silver. I believe that's a silver rookie variation prism. I could be wrong. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. All right, so let's open up. We're going to be starting off with Brandon Cooks. I'm not going to show the last card because I think last time was the hype one of, oh my gosh, can't even do it. So this should be interesting. Will we get some studs? We see our red ice right there. All right, so we're gonna start off with Brandon Cooks, a good one. We got LaMichael Perrine, That's a decent one. We got not the quarterback, the defensive end, Josh Allen. I love it when Jacksonville plays against Buffalo. It's a good one. Jalen Ramsey's a good one. Jamison Crowder, a decent wide receiver. Laviska Shenault Jr., really good. Aaron Donald, maybe one of the best defensive ends ever. We have Ryan Tannehill of the Tennessee Titans. We got Nick Bosa, San Francisco. That's a nice one right there. We got Young Ho Koo of the Atlanta Falcons. And then we're going to turn it over. We got Ronald Jones II. He's in Kansas City now. Will he beat Clyde Edwards-Helaire for the starting job? Will he get released? There's news on both those fronts. Oh, that's a nice one. Kenny Galladay. He's a good one. I liked him. Okay, so our rookie card is Gary Brightwell of the New York Giants. So that is not a good one. That's not a great one at all. Oh man, I think he's even. Let's see, 88 attempts. Is he a kick returner? Yeah, he returns kicks and doesn't mind tackling. All right, okay. So, is it worth it? That's going to be the question at the end of the day. All right, our green is Corey Davis, a former Tennessee Titan receiver. A really good one right there. All right, so we got another rookie card right here. Looks like this is our Silver Prism Baltimore Ravens. We got Tylon Wallace. All right, so it's getting better. It's getting better. Oh, that's a cool one. One of our red cracked dice is Curtis Martin. Very nice. Oh, that's a good red ice right there. It is Brock Lesnar. Boom. I like that one a lot. Let's see what this one is first before I. Okay, so Nick Chubb. All right, so we got Brock Lesnar in the red ice. So he worked as defensive tackle in 2004. Ran a 4.7 second 40-yard dash at the 2004 NFL Combine. Had a playable character in Madden NFL 06. I'm going to have to go and play Madden NFL 06 and play as Brock Lesnar and make him an NFL superstar. All right, so we have Nick Chubb. All right, what's this one? This one should be a rookie card, and it is, Tennessee Titans, Monte Rice. All right, so it's our linebacker, Monte Rice. So right now, so I'm not sure where. So this one is a fireworks. For the Rams, looks like, Matthew Stafford. All right. So there we go. Matthew Stafford, fireworks. All right. So is it worth that? I like Monte Rice. I'm like, he's a Tennessee Titans. Actually, I like the card. I like how this guy's in the background. Actually, I think it might be Monte Rice as well. Just in two different places. That's pretty cool. That is a cool card. But again, is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'm like, we did get a Corey Davis in the green. This one might actually be worse than the first box. We got more rookie cards. Monte Rice, hopefully he becomes a stud. Tylon Wallace and Gary Brightwell. I'm like, two guys that's, I'm like, Wallace might get an opportunity because he's a wide receiver. And Baltimore does not have many wide receivers now after trading Marquez Brown. And then our red prisms, Nick Chubb. I think this is probably the best one that we could get. That I don't mind Brock Lesnar and actually Curtis Martin. Curtis Martin in the day was an unbelievable running back, unbelievable. So I'm happy about that. And then our fireworks was Super Bowl champion quarterback Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams. So yeah. All right. So what did you guys think of the box? Is it a yay? Is it a nay? Was box number 1 better than box number 2? And also, if box number 1 was better than box number 2, should I get another box if it's available? I'm like, we're looking for the top dogs. We're looking for the Trevor Lawrences. I'm like, how hard is it? You know, I'm like, it must be like really hard if you get like guys like Gary Brightwell, Monte Rice. I'm like, Monte Rice, I love him, but I'm like, he's like a 4th or 5th round draft pick. I'm like, Tylon Wallace, I think he was a 4th or 5th round draft pick. I'm like, so what's the chances? I find I'm lucky now that I actually got Terrace Marshall Jr. Actually, I would probably say my best box was the first one, and there's less rookies in the first one. But what do you think? It was it box number 1, box number 2, and is it worth it? And also, what's the question? Okay, if this box was, I don't want to say it's bad because there are some good players. I'm like there is, Fireworks was pretty cool. I'm like it would be better if it was a rookie. Brock Lesnar is nice to have a Brock Lesnar card in my collection. I think that's pretty cool. And we did get a my team Monte Rice. So a PC player. The others, I'm like, whatever. Like, they're nice cards, but is it worth it? And also, what's going to happen? I'm like, is Panini Prism? If none of the quarterbacks that got drafted start a game next year, or they only start 1 or 2 games, how much is this going to be? I'm like, is it really going to be $35 again? And who's going to be the big catch? And will he be worth anything? Yeah, so that's my question to you. All right, so remember to subscribe to the Callie and Joy Squad. Hit that notification button so you may see on any of our videos. Smash that thumbs up button and share it with our friends. Until next time, peace out.